The golden door to Africa. What happened? What did the Louisiana boy end up in Africa for? I want to share that with you. Then I want to teach after a while. Get on Wisdom Talk, Volume 2. There's me and my precious, beautiful wife. I want you to have this book. I'm going to teach from it in another video, but right now, here's how to get your copy. It's only $5. It's 48 pages. If you want 5 copies for your $3 friends, I'll laugh at that because it's book 894. Book 894. I finished preaching one morning in London, England, and a man was standing at the back. He walked up to me and says, I just read your book, Wisdom for Winning. It's changing my life. He said, I was flying back from New York to here in London, and I read your book all the way back, Wisdom for Winning. He said, it's life-changing. I couldn't wait to meet you. I have a church here in London. Would you come preach for my people? I said, well, sure, it'd be an honor. He held up my book, Wisdom for Winning, to 10,000 people in his church, 10,000. And he said, this is the book that forever has changed me. I said, it's the only man I've ever met in my life who thinks like I do. I went back to him 16 consecutive years. 16 consecutive years. He called me yesterday. He's a magnificent human. I was thinking today, who are the 5 magnificent people in your world? They may not be famous, but they're the ones that would drive you to the emergency room. Who are the magnificent people in your world? Jesus had 3, Peter, James, and John. It's been on my mind a lot today. He called me and he said, a preacher from Nigeria has just flown here just to meet you. He read your book, Dream Seeds. Really? This little short guy, and his eyes were half shut. I went to the hotel, and he held up my book, Dream Seeds. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? Robert Schuller asked that question, and that unlocked something in me. What would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? I want to ask that 3 more times. What would you attempt to do with your life? What would you change if you knew you couldn't fail at something? I'd probably try to write a book a day if I knew I couldn't fail. I'm creating a website for downloads all over the world. I've distributed, planted as seeds over 20 million. Somebody counted that. I tried to. Over 20 million of my books around the world. There's 25 reasons I write books. I write books because I hate pain. I write books because I have the nature of a protector. I will jump on a bully in a second. I don't like bullies. I don't like people who try to hurt other people. He held up the book Dream Seeds and said, would you come to my church? and preach for 3 days. And I looked at Bishop David Oyedepo from Lagos. I said, I'd be thrilled to, man. That'd be a joy. Yeah. And I walked into a church like I'd never seen in my lifetime. He held up my book, Dream Seeds, and he says, if you never read another book, read this book. It'll change your life. It took me 1 year to write that book. I wrote that book crying. I wrote that book weeping because I'd just gone through a divorce. I thought my world was finished. Divorce it's not a casket, it's a bridge. Divorce isn't a funeral home. It's a pain factory where your future is produced. 256,000 people stood in that church, around the church. My Lord, I didn't know he ran 300,000 people on Sunday morning. I just like the short preacher, Bishop David Oyedepo, Oyedepo, from Lagos, Nigeria. And he became a dear, 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 precious friend. The man who introduced me, the golden door to Africa, the golden door to Nigeria, was Bishop Matthew Ashimolowo. And I spoke to thousands upon thousands and thousands. Who's the golden doors in your life? The word all day today on Turnaround Tuesday, I name every day of the week. Turnaround Tuesday is today. Where do you want to be a golden door? Who needs you to be a golden door for them? Who would reward you for being a golden door? Who would be the most thankful person in your world if you opened a door for them? I'm going to send you another little 7-minute video about the golden door. Somebody will fail unless you walk side by side with them. Father, I thank you for my family. Amen. Wisdom Talk. It's a book. The book title is Wisdom Talk 2. It's book 894. Call that phone number any day of the week, 8 hours a day. It's only $5. It's a 48-page book. And if you've got a $3 friend in your life, you ought to buy 5 of them for only $15. I'll pay all the shipping and all the handling. I hope you send this to somebody you like. I've got another 7-minute talk coming up. It's going to be worth your time.